Now, I've talked a lot in the past about how most of the media political class failed to understand what was happening in the federal election and therefore completely misled their audiences. Some commentators still seem to have little comprehension of what went on, whether they're caught up in the Canberra bubble, lost in social media delusion, or perhaps consumed with their own ideology. They still cling to the class warfare agenda, the high taxes and the extreme climate action that Labor took to the election. A podcast by Guardian Australia's Catherine Murphy seemed to share disappointment that Labor's new socialist left leader, Anthony Albanese, hasn't been sufficiently left-wing.
We can now divine something of Labor's strategy in opposition, which in my office we have dubbed bitch and fold. So you have attracted criticism from progressive people predominantly for not digging in behind Labor's policy agenda that you articulated at the last election. So why don't you talk to me about bitch and fold? What is bitch and fold? And will it persist?
Well, that's just a characterisation by cynical people at The Guardian.
Wow, even the left think The Guardian is a bit leftist and cynical. It was a fairly forlorn chat as Murphy lamented Albo's drift to the centre.
You're basically saying, though, because you've copped quite a bit of criticism from progressive people since going into opposition for not standing up for the progressive program that Labor took to the last election. Are you saying to those people, we lost the election and we will continue to lose the election if we don't modify our position?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying Labor under my leadership will take a progressive agenda to the election.
Well, progressive, but perhaps if Albanese knows what's good for him, not quite as loopy left progressive as Murphy and the Guardian team might want.